Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to talk about Sun in Gemini. But before that, I wish everybody and every spirit the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. Okay, so Sun in Gemini. First, what is the Sun? I have a video about it here or there, and the Sun, generally speaking, means or symbolizes your actions, your expressions, your thoughts, your ideas, your individuality, and your worldviews. And what is Gemini? Gemini is air plus mutability plus the mutable form, and it was born out of the third house. Okay, so your wants, your actions, your expressions, and your worldviews might be logical, scattered, and about your surroundings. Okay? That's a good example. So you take all those things and you smash them together and you get a very light, cold, distant, but communicative way to express your individuality. You have a very real, logical, and that uses elements from your surroundings to reach certain conclusions, way of thinking and communicating. Okay? So, if you have your Sun in Gemini and you want to know more about your Sun or any other alignment, I do tarot readings, I do natal chart readings, and I do other types of astro readings as well. You can contact me on IG, on Discord, or on my email. Everything in the description down below. Okay? So, let's be a bit more specific about Sun in Gemini. Okay? So, first, I think, in my perspective, the most important element to understand about Sun in Gemini is the fact that it comes out of the third house. So you might think, communicate, or act too much towards your environment, towards your surroundings, or you might let your surroundings, you might let your environment limit, dictate, and influence too much your own mind. So you can let, or it's natural to you, and you think it's normal, but it's not necessarily good, but your surroundings can make your mind as a Gemini Sun, okay? So that's the most important warning. So let's go to some examples and some cases. You like to pay attention to information, logic, facts, thought processes, analysis processes. You like to pay attention also to gossip, light, as in non very emotional and non very sentimental or no not so impactant, not so heavy subjects and topics, people and places that also you think or you see them as able to communicate easily with no baggage or hard feelings, and without insecurities. You like people that are clear in their speak and in their mind, and you trust in cold hard facts or cold hard people that communicate in a lighter, more logical way. But another negative or another warning for you: people can look or sound real, people can use facts to blind you or to direct your attention a certain way or to hide something, and then you can be taken advantage of because you trust the facts, but you don't really trust the person or the institution or the organization that is giving you the facts, and they can blind you with some facts, and their intentions, their hidden energies, you can't see, you can't really reach it. Okay, be aware of that. All right, so you like to act in distant ways, but you are close to your friends, but it's not like the end of the world if you have a disagreement of you, if you and your friends are not in such a good terms. You still not going to feel super happy, but you also don't feel super sad about this. Okay, You like to talk and think a lot. You also like to run away from emotions and feelings. You don't like to connect too deeply, or also you don't like to commit too seriously about your visions, words, and actions, but you still like to connect. You still like to socialize. You still like to go out and connect and talk with people and know what they think. You like to know what they communicate. You like to know how they process information. But because you are that mutable air, you can make others' minds a part of your mind. You can make others' way of thinking and communicating and make it your own. You can take others' logical visions or realistic visions and think it's your own. Okay? Be very careful with that. Do not let others' minds forget you or make you forget about your own mind. And you express yourself in a scattered, adaptable, sometimes gullible way. You might sound cold and distant, you might also sound distracted, you might sound uninterested, or you might even sound dry, even when you care deeply about something. Okay? So it's not what you are doing, you are loving, you are connected, but how you see that or how others see you might be not truthfully representing the fact that you are connected, you are concerned, you care about that person or circumstance. But how you do it, how you show that, how you talk, how you act, how you express yourself is cold, is logical. But that doesn't mean that you don't like or don't love or are not compromised. Okay? And Venus in Gemini especially suffers from that. It's hard to find love with Venus in Gemini. But this is about Sun in Gemini. Alright? So, also, you like to play the fool. You like to play the joker role with others, but many times you are fooling yourself because the reason why you are doing those things in the first place, it's because you are running away from your shadows and from your own feelings, emotions, and insecurities. So you might be joking, playing games with somebody because they have certain insecurities, just because you are not facing your own insecurities. Because if you have time and energy to be playing games with others, it's because you are not playing or resolving those issues within yourself. Okay, Gemini? Pay attention to that. Don't make yourself too external. Don't make yourself too much out there thinking about others, thinking to others or communicating to others and then nothing done with yourself. Okay? Also, because you are an air sign, you are very masculine, very external. Oh, by the way, I forgot about some important mentions. Your sun always carries also the energy of Mercury. And that's why I've been saying a lot thinking, communicating, analyzing, because Mercury is, or it represents how you think, communicate, and analyze in more logical and real ways. So if you have just Sun in Gemini, you like to pay attention, you like to act, and you like to express how you and others think, communicate, and analyze. Alright? And your Sun always carries the energies of air, mutable, Mercury, and the third house. So you might take a lot of action in a scattered or communicative way about your mind or about how you think about your surroundings. Or you might let the surroundings talk to you and make up your own mind. Alright? Also, you might think that certain things in your mind are very deep and scary, but most times they are pretty normal. The thing is, your logical mind, not just the logical mind in general, cannot go as deep, cannot go as wide as we truly are. Because your logical mind is one mind, but we got many minds, okay? And when you see certain things in yourself that are weird or scary or dark, You think they are more than what they are because you never seen real darkness and real depth before. Because for a Scorpio, what you think is deep and dark, for them, for an example, or an Aries, or an Aquarius, or a Virgo, for them, what you think is dark, for them is some flowers, a flower field, and some honeybees. So you are not as crazy as you might think. Sometimes the problem is you cannot go as deep, as emotional, as spiritual as you might need or want to be, okay? And this is relating with how we started the video, that first warning. It's very important. Keep that in mind, Geminis, what I'm about to say. You might sacrifice your uniqueness and individuality for validation, friends, family, and what you think is safe to be and think in or about your environment. Okay? You might sacrifice your uniqueness and individuality just to be a part of something. And that's not the right thing to do, because the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. But in the other end, you just might think that you are not unique and individual. But everybody and every spirit is unique, is individual. Otherwise, you wouldn't be you, right? The thing is, you got air and you got mutable as your sun. And air is already hard to grasp, and it goes everywhere. It fulfills every space. It goes into the sky and it's near the ocean. Air is everywhere. And then mutable, it's about adapting, seeing the other's perspective, transmuting, transforming, scattering, right? Spreading, reaching further, and mix with the world and others. So you might lose the sense, you might lose the idea, you might lose the notion of your individuality, but it's always there. Don't you ever forget that. And that's all for today. A quick run about Sun in Gemini. If you want to know more, book a reading with me and you'll get all the things you want to know. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you know more about Sun in Gemini. And until the next time, as a direct cloud surfer, surfing out. See you soon.